Okay, hello everyone. Good evening, guys. How are you all? Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to today's session. So, today's topic of discussion is type of collateral and their characteristics. So, we are going to discuss what are the different type of collateral that you have to give to bank while borrowing credits from the bank and what are their characteristics. So, we are going to have a short overview of this chapter, not the whole chapter. It is just a short overview of the chapter. So let's start discussing with the important feature. First of all, let's start with the secured and unsecured loan. What are the secured loan and what are the unsecured loan? The very basic difference between these two is secured loans are those loans which are actually given in favor of or in exchange of the collateral. Means in secured loan you have to put collateral to the bank, whereas on unsecured loan no collateral or it is actually given without any collateral or security. And that's why unsecured loan attracts a high rate of interest in comparison to the secured loan. Okay, so they have bank because they have a reliable asset that assures the repayment, and that's why it is considered as a less risky. And because these are considered as a less risky, so these attract a low rate of interest in comparison to the unsecured loan, which is actually given without any collateral. If without any collateral is given, the amount of risk in the unsecured loan is high, and that's why it attracts a high rate of interest in comparison to the secured loan. Okay, so if we talk about the unsecured loan, it is also known as the clean loan. This you have to remember. The unsecured loan, it is also known as the what? It is also known as the clean loan. Next, if we talk about the types of securities. Now there are different type of security, like there are immovable asset, there are movable asset, actionable claim and intangible assets. So these are the different type of assets that are put on the collateral, or you can say these are the different type of securities that a bank is taking as a collateral. First of all, whatever may be the nature of the security offered by the borrower, the banker will accept it and has to ensure that. So if there are different securities, so there are different securities that have been offered by a borrower, and if the banker, the borrower who is actually borrowing the credit is actually giving you some security, the banker has to accept that security with certain terms and condition, and the banker has to ensure that first of all, whatever the security the borrower is giving to the bank, it is saleable. It is saleable. It means that if they default, then the bank can sell this asset in the market and should recover their loans from that. Second, the value of these securities should be ascertainable. It means that the value of these securities should be valued at current time. Means, for example, if there is some antique, okay, that is given as a security. That antique is not the value of that antique is not actually ascertainable in the current market situation. So that is not a good security that a bank should take. So any those securities whose value is determinable in the current situation should be taken as the what should be taken as the security. Third, it should be reasonable stable. Means the value should be reasonably stable. Okay, lastly, it is easily transferable without any legal formalities. Okay, so these are the characteristics. So you have to learn these characteristics, that the security should be saleable, the value of the security should be ascertainable. Third, they should be reasonably stable. Fourth, it should be easily transferable without any legal formalities. Clear? Next, if we talk about the next thing, land and building. So land and building oftenly given as the security or as a collateral in favor of the loan. In early times, before the introduction of SARFAESI Act, the bank was very hesitant to take land and building as a security. Why? Because for the selling of this land and building, it was a very hectic task, and you have to just go to the court for selling if the borrower will default in the case of land and building. But after the introduction of SARFAESI Act, this SARFAESI Act, because given the bank the liberty that you can sell the assets of the borrower without the intervention of the court. So now banks are very happy to accept land and building as a collateral against the loan. Okay. It is first of all not self liquidating in nature. So why land and building is a good security? Because it is not liquidating in nature, means it cannot be converted easily into cash, or it cannot be self converted into cash. Second, if we talk about the provision under the SARFAESI Act has actually given the bank the authority that you can sell the land and building without the intervention of the court. The advantage of the land and building over other type of security, that the value of the land and building actually increases with the time, and it cannot be moved from one part to another, and that's why this security is actually traceable. So these are the benefits for taking land and building as a security. Okay. Next, if we talk about the goods, now goods is somewhat riskier than the land and building. Now bank had giving advance loan can be given against the security of the goods such as agriculture good, raw materials, semi-finished good, and finished good. Now if we talk about the goods, the characteristics of the goods are defined in these ways. So these are the characteristics of the good. If we talk about the characteristics of the good, first of all, period of which the goods are consumable for which the purpose, whether for the human consumption or industrial use. If we talk about the nature of the good is that the good are consumer good, means these are consumable in nature, like fruits or food or raw material, these are consumable in nature. Physical strength, they are able to withstand the impact of force or breaking, like glass or rubber or anything. So they have the physical strength to withstand the force that is against them. Third, chemical nature. So obviously it is reactive to atmosphere. If we talk about the air or moisture, if you have given some iron as a security, iron good as a security, it is most likely to catch the corrosion. Why? Because it is reactive in nature. Okay, so it can be breakable also. If you are given any material which is of glass as a security to the bank, it can be breakable also. Utility, so effect on long storage on physical appearance. See, goods have an effect on the physical appearance also if it is stored for a longer period of time. Okay, now fashion, the goods, again if we talk about the goods, the fashion of the goods change very quickly, and that's why these are the characteristics of the goods, so which need to be taken care of while the banker is accepting any good as a security. See, if they are accepting any breakable goods as a security, this is very risky. If they are providing long-term loan and having some collateral of goods which is very reactive to nature, so it will likely to catch corrosion or react to atmosphere for a very long period of time. So these all you have to take care while you are giving loan and accepting collateral against the security as a banker. Okay. Next, if we talk about the goods, so there are different advantages as well as disadvantages of the good also. Now goods have different advantage also, and good have different disadvantages also. Like if we talk about the advantages, it is easily saleable. Goods are very easily saleable. The valuation can be easily achieved in the market. These are tangible. These can be transferred one part to another. This can be touched, peeled. Okay. Next, it is for a shorter period of time. Whereas the disadvantages for the good is, first of all, they are likely to perish or destroy in the long run. Second, there are possible risk of fraud. For example, see, if there are you have pledged 10,000 cash units, so you are not physically counting that 10,000 cash units. Okay, so there are likely to have a fraud in these cases. Okay, next, for certain goods, because of their inherent nature, it is difficult to determine their real value. For example, if you have given some antique, some diamond. So diamond values at different for different point of time, and that's why the inherent whatever the inherent value of the goods, this is actually difficult to ascertain in the market. Okay, next, what are the precautions that you have to take against the good? First of all, the time period, for which time period you are taking that good. Second, if you are giving loan against a specific good, the loan, you should ensure that the loan should be short term loan. Okay, the banker must obtain absolute or constructive possession of the good. So you can take absolute possession of the good or constructive. For example, if we talk about the hypothecated good, the hypothecated good, the possession of good is actually not transferred to the bank. So in hypothecation, first, if the borrowers default on something, first you have to take the possession of the good and then you can sold it in the market in the case of hypothecation. But in the case of pledge, you already have the possession of that good. Okay, when you have the possession of that good as a bank, it is easy for you to sell this product in the market and recover your loan. So these are the cases which you have to take care while giving the loan against good. So in case of hypothecation, say if you have given any loan against the hypothecation, so if defaults come, first you have to gain a possession, and you can do it in such a way that earlier you have a constructive possession, then you take absolute possession of that good if the borrower defaults. Okay, second, you have to see that the goods should be in demand in the market. The age of the stock should be taken into consideration. There should be maintainable margin that you have to maintain all time. You have to maintain a margin for that goods against all time in the market. So these are the precaution as a banker you should take while giving any loan against the goods. Okay, next, if we talk about the next thing, the recovery in the case of default. So see, recovery is now very easy. See, two things. In the case of hypothecation, if the goods is not within the possession of a bank, first you have to take the possession and then you have to sold it in the market. In the case of pledge, you already have the possession, and that's why you can sell that good in the market with giving a reasonable notice to the borrower. The SARFAESI Act actually has given the authority of to the bank that bank can sell assets of the consumer without any intervention of the court after giving them a particular notice. That means borrower, you can give borrower a particular notice and then you can sell that goods in the market without the intervention of the court, and this court, and this way you can recover your bad debts from the asset or the goods. Okay, now if we talk about the gold ornaments, the loans which have been given against the loan ornament. So first of all, see, bank can give against loan against gold ornaments, and that can be for agriculture as well as non-agriculture process, and it is a pledge. In pledge, it means that you have to give the possession to the bank. Okay, now valuation of gold is very easy to determine, and that is a very safe thing to be given as a collateral. It is actually secured in a good manner. It can be easily transferable or shifted. The bank should not exceed 75% of the value of gold and jewelry while giving the loan. Means if the loan, if the value of the gold is 1 lakh, the bank should give only 75,000 as the loan value. So these are the loan against the gold ornament. Okay, clear? So now if we talk about the current super elite subscription. So see, I have given just a short overview of the chapter. Okay, not the complete chapter, but if you want to learn the complete chapter and in detail each and everything, kindly you can subscribe to JAIIB Super Elite subscription. And in this subscription you will get the access of all these courses. Means you don't have to purchase the courses individually, you can get access of each and every batch. All these batches, foundation, the master batch, the crash plus crackers batch, all these courses will be available to you. Okay, next, if we talk about the current price, so current there is a 49% off that is running on JAIIB and CAIIB subscription right now. flat 49% off. You can use the code BAPPA to get a 49% off, and this offer ends on 9th of September. So kindly just enroll on this app and you can get the access of each and every batches. So thank you so much. I hope that you have all enjoyed this session. Please like and share the video, and if you haven't subscribed the channel yet, kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell notification icon. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Bye guys. Take care.